on the BBC News Channel.
Hello, I'm Ross Atkins with Outside Source. This is the extraordinary story of climate change. Vaccines, Europe, the Taliban, Ukraine. Symbolically, it's very important. Let's take this stage by stage. Here's the BBC Stephen McDonald in Beijing. The West has stepped up sanctions against Russia. Let's look at some of the international reaction. Tell us what you've been hearing. But in practical terms, what does that mean? Next, we have to step back and let's just remind ourselves this is all part of the same story.
Piece the story together with Ross Atkins. Outside Source, tonight at 7 on the BBC News Channel.
This is BBC News. I'm Martine. Croxall. The headlines at midday. Hundreds of thousands of workers, including school teachers, are going on strike for what will be the biggest day of industrial action in more than a decade. The government says most schools in England and Wales will be open, but the National Education Union says 85% of schools will be affected and calls for ministers to engage in talks.
Rather than messing about and doing nothing, which is what they've done since last July, the government should get round the table now seriously and start to negotiate.
We are having those wide-ranging discussions. What is not realistic is for us to be looking at inflation or inflation-busting pay rises.
Along with Oman,
Don't worry. Rishi Sunak facing questions, Prime Minister's questions in the House of Commons now against a background of industrial action. Let's listen in.
And indeed, tackling corruption, indeed.